Okay, so next is oxidation in basic medium. So we will use the famous oxidizing agent, which is potassium permanganate. Okay, KMNO4, potassium permanganate, KMNO4. It is a very popular oxidizing agent. So your KMNO4 must be diluted. And then in alkaline or basic medium, you can use in cold or room temperature. So this one also known as Bayer test. Okay, so your alkene react with diluted KMNO4, cold, and then in basic medium. So from double become single, and OH and OH will be inserted. So this one we call it as diol, and MnO2 will produce as brown precipitate. Okay, so for brown precipitate, we will write down this arrow downward because precipitate will move downward inside boiling tube. Okay, during the experiment, precipitate will go downward. So that's why we have this arrow. Okay, so very easy. So from double, it will become single. Okay, and then OH will be inserted. Make sure the bond must be from carbon to O. Okay, it cannot be in the middle between OH like this. This one is wrong. Or it cannot be like this. This one is also wrong. So the bond is between carbon and O. Okay, so brown precipitate is formed. Okay, same goes to this one. From double become single. Okay, producing diol and MnO2 as precipitate. Okay, this one is oxidation but in acidic mediums. You still use potassium permanganate but in acidic medium. Okay, or you can use potassium dichromate. Okay, so still in acidic medium. Okay, so this one is oxidative cleavage reaction. Oxidative cleavage means that you will break between carbon-carbon double bond. So from one molecule, it will break into two molecules. Okay, so what will happen? Okay, so it will break at this point. And then how to determine the product? Okay, so if there is no hydrogen, it will become ketone. One hydrogen, it will become carboxylic acid. Two hydrogen, it will become carbon dioxide and water. Okay, so this one molecule will break down to become two molecule. So this carbon has no hydrogen. So no hydrogen means it become ketone. So that carbon will become ketone. Okay, like that. And then this carbon also will become ketone. So basically you are forming the same structure. Okay. Okay, so for acidic medium, okay, so this one will break. So this carbon has two hydrogen group, so it will produce carbon dioxide and water, while this carbon has one hydrogen group, so that carbon will become carboxylic acid. Okay. Okay. When you have cyclic compound, it still break to become non-cyclic compound. Okay, so when you have cyclic compound, it won't break to become two molecules. So from cyclic, it will become straight chain. Okay, however, if you are difficult to draw the straight chain, you can draw like this, very simple. So this carbon has no hydrogen, so that carbon will become ketone. Okay, you just follow the shape. Okay, while this carbon has one hydrogen, so at this end it become carboxylic acid. Okay, very simple. Okay, so just follow the shape. So basically you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon. Okay, or if you want to look at this one as a straight chain, so it will break here. Okay, so this carbon, okay, along with CH3, so that one will become ketone, that carbon. Okay, carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4, carbon number 5. So carbon number 1 will be at the end and carbon number 5 will be at the end. Okay, so that one is carbon number 1. Okay, next to carbon number 1 is carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4, and then last is carbon number 5. Okay, last is carbon number 5, and carbon number 5 will become carboxylic acid. So from cyclic compound, it will become straight chain. If you feel like it is difficult to determine the straight chain like this, okay, so you can draw like this, similar. Okay, both are correct. Okay, so for this one, you will break into 2, and then, so this carbon has no hydrogen. Okay, so this one will become ketone. Okay, and then this carbon has 2 hydrogen, so it become carbon dioxide plus water. Okay, last is ozonolysis. So ozonolysis is a reaction with ozone followed by. When you have the word followed by, so you will have like procedure 1 and 2. This molecule will react with ozone first, and then after it finish, then you will add on this one. So if you don't write 1 and 2, if you write something like this, okay, if you write down something like this, I will understand ozone along with zinc and water will add on inside the boiling tube. Okay, so everything will be inserted at the same time. So you won't get the product that you want. Okay, so when you have the word followed by, it must have procedure 1 and 2. Okay, when there is no number, so it means that it mix all together. So this one is also oxidative cleavage reaction, but this one is very easy. So it will break, and then both carbon will receive double bond O. Okay, very easy. So both carbon will receive double bond O. Okay, same goes to this one. Okay, same like before. From cyclic it becomes straight chain, but then if you cannot see the straight chain, you draw like this. Okay, so this one will break, and then both carbon will receive double bond O. Okay, same goes to this one. So that is the cyclic compound. So this carbon, okay, will get double bond O. So first, second, third, fourth. So this is the fifth carbon. Okay, so you can draw like that. Or, so when this one is separated, so this carbon and this carbon will become at the end. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so from cyclic it will become straight chain. So in conclusion, oxidation process is a process where oxidation atom will be increased. So if you look at the product, so there is oxygen atoms. So compared to the reactant, there is no oxygen atoms. Okay. Same goes to this one. Okay, more oxygen atoms at the product side. Same goes to this one. Okay, so oxidation process is a process to increase number of oxygen atoms.